Hi and welcome to The Offensive, where you can be as offensive as you want or nay, need to be. And no, we're not talking about the hair, okay? No, not today, alright? Roll intro. I hope everyone else is having a great day today and everything else, but geez Louise, I would hate to be Frances McDormand. Oh my god, like after just winning and having like this horrible thing happen to you, just after you've had this great win and you feel so elated and so happy and you're bouncing off walls because all that hard work that you did on camera and all those hard grueling nights and days that you worked so hard and emotionally pulled it out of you and you done this work, and to finally get recognized for this great work that you did and you got the best actor Oscar, thinking, you know, I did my best, yay, I just got it engraved at the what do they call it, the governor's ball. She just got the, you know, the Oscar statue engraved with her name on it saying best actress Frances McDormand, great things. But then to put it down for 2 seconds on your table and just take photos with friends, and then to come back and find out that your Oscar has been stolen. That is a kick in the fucking pants. Like seriously, who the fuck would want to steal something that is synonymous with the actor who had it, who has their name just freshly engraved on the goddamn thing at the event she was at the governor's ball after the Oscars at an Oscars party. It has her name on it. It's all freshly done. And of course everyone knows who that Oscar belongs to. And yet you steal it. Are you stupid? Are you oh my god dumb? Like seriously, how do you feel about that? You know, your life's work, the things you've done, the best shit you've done in a long time in the way of acting, and you feel so happy, elated, woohoo, you know, I've done something really cool, and you know, I chose that the thing that I did really cool, I got like a noted for, and it's down in the annals of acting history, it's so great, la la la. But no, it comes down to someone going and stealing that moment from you and stealing the award that shows the thing that you did that, you know, you deserve to get an Oscar for. You know, to say that, you know, all the actors do agree with you and, you know, get this great award, and it's stolen from you. Then that feeling of elation and happiness goes to OMFG, someone stole my award. They didn't deserve it, they just stole it and took it, how dare they? And the poor lady ended up sitting there crying at the governor's ball when she should be celebrating, having fun with friends, having fun with her screenplay director husband, you know, and be happy with everybody around, you know, having the best time of her life, being, you know, nominated that year of being the best actress. And why? Why would someone steal that moment from someone who absolutely freaking deserved it and did a very great job? She's been doing a great job, I think, ever since Fargo, to be quite honest. Not the TV show, the movie. I love Frances McDormand. She is one funny lady, one strong lady, and I just find her stuff to be like one of the best stuff I've ever seen. She can either be creepy, she can be subversive, she can be like crazy, silly, funny. She can be this universal type actress lady, and I really love the way she acts. And she's this dark horse actor who I think definitely deserved what she got at the Oscars, and deserves all the praise, and also for her speech. Her speech was wonderful, and showing that women should get recognized, should you know, and she shared that moment with every woman in the room, which I think was fantastic. Even with Meryl Streep, who is the, you know, Oscar queen. So, you know, I think that was fantastic, you know. Yeah. So she really deserved it. That and that Billboard movie was, I think, absolutely cool. But this guy, I think his name's Michael Bryant. Let me just double check. Terry Bryant. There you go. Terry Bryant. Terry Bryant is an absolute dick. What he actually did was he went to the governor's, or snuck into the governor's ball, because I don't think he's really invited. He snuck into the governor's ball. He saw that Frances had put the Oscar down, and so he got that opportunity to steal the Oscar and somehow smuggled it out of the governor's ball. And as he was walking down the street, he actually took a selfie and put it on Instagram and said, "Oh, I've got an Oscar. Do you like my Oscar, baby?" And that was stupid, because as soon as you put that up, people would go, "But isn't that Frances McDormand's? How did you?" And then you go back through the Oscars when you've seen it and go back through the credits, you find that he didn't win anything, and it'll be on the Oscars site who won everything. So if you go to the Oscars site and type in that guy's name, he wouldn't exist. It'd be like, how did you win an Oscar? And actually, when the cops arrived to take the Oscar off him, he was actually kissing it and hugging it and actually saying, "This is my Oscar. I love it. It's mine. I deserve this. This is mine. I got it from the governor's ball. You know, this is mine. How do you like it? Do you like it? It's mine. Do you like it? Say how much I like it." You know, and he was being an absolute dick. So, you know, the fact that the cops took it from him was a spectacular moment. So the fact that they got the Oscar back, they cleaned it, of course, and made it nice and pretty for Frances. And Frances took it back and graciously will not let it out of her sight, which I don't blame her. And she took an Instagram photo at the In-N-Out Burger and said, "Look, it's me, Oscar. It's Oscar and Franny together again," which is fantastic and phenomenal. But she's sitting there at In-N-Out Burger, which I find funny. Good on her to sit there and eat burgers with your Oscar. Well done. I think that's the most coolest thing you could possibly do. But she's celebrating again and being happy that an award came back to her, and I think that's disgusting and despicable of that man. He's currently in jail, I've heard, but I think as well they said they're going to put him in jail for 10 years for theft, which I really think that he should, and his bail's been set at 20 grand, so it's super serious. So again, Frances McDormand, I will tell you right now, good on you for winning an Oscar. You deserved it, honey. And that Bryant fella who stole it sucked in for going to jail, for putting it on Instagram, and for sitting there and thinking that you can have an Oscar when you did no work, no emotional turmoil, no hard work, no hard innings to get said trophy. How dare you? That you're a loser, man. You're an absolute loser. Go out there and actually get a job and go and work really hard to get an award of some sort. Then maybe then you can get an award, but until you work hard and do the things that these people do to bring you joy, happiness, sadness, scary, all those things that these actors and actresses do, then fuck off. Really? Just fuck off. You are an absolute asshole today on The Offensive. I'm being completely offensive of you because you're an ass. So, yeah, if you want to talk about that one, put in the comments below and tell me, you know, what you think of this Bryant character going and stealing Frances's Oscar, because I think it's a low dog act. Because, can you imagine? Can you imagine if you got the best award for something and you're so happy and elated about it, and all of a sudden, boom, gone, and then you end up saying that it's gone and you can't show everybody the hard work and everything? Like, seriously? That's all I gotta say about that one. Okay, next up on the agenda, this small little thing. See this? See this? Blood blister. Not happy about it. Yes, me angry about this. OMG. Okay, I sustained this little injury because I was smashing a coconut open to drink out of it and then eat it. To get the juice out of it. And when you do that, I split it open, so there's a split, and then open it up a little, just try and open up the wound to try and get all the juice out so that I've got all the juice, and then after the juice it goes. And yeah, that's what happened to me when I'm trying to open up the split that I split open for the juice to come out. Yeah, that's what happened. I didn't know till like way after the fact, and then I've just gone, are you kidding me? So I'm pretty upset about that one. So if you see this like weird mark on my finger, it's not a texture mark, it's actually a blood blister, and it's sore to touch, it's hard, and I don't like it. I hate it. It just, it's a bane, absolute bane. But it matches my hair though. It matches my hair, but it is really awful. I don't like it. That is offensive to me. Okay, so third story. For those who are Australian will get this, so people who aren't Australian won't, but you can find it on YouTube and you can find out what was going on. So there is an international Married at First Sight or MAFS site. So please, if I mention the word MAFS, I'm not saying mathematical terms, I'm actually saying Married at First Sight. So if I say MAFS, it means Married at First Sight. I just sort of give you a pre-warning to that, because I say that a lot and people go, MAFS? MAFS. It's like, MAFS, Married at First Sight, and they're like, oh, you're saying MAFS, not maths. Yes. Okay, so MAFS. Currently, the biggest bitch to ever come across Married at First Sight Australia this season is Davina, and I don't know if I've spoke about it before, but I'm gonna say it. I thought this whole Davina debacle was over till now. I read in the news today. Apparently she has a YouTube channel, so I don't have the link to it, but if someone finds a link for me, show me, because I just want to like sit there and troll the shit out of it. She is a horrible, disgusting narcissist who has no feeling, no qualms, no nothing over what she did on the Married at First Sight. So for those who had not seen MAFS in Australia, this is what happened. Davina was with another guy called Ryan, and Davina did not like Ryan all that much because she thought he was too ochre and too Aussie. She didn't like the way he was too blue collar for her, because she was like an Instagram model and she was all that apparently. So she tried to go for another woman's husband on the show, and it wasn't her husband, and yet she still wanted him, and they both met up behind each other partner's back. And because they did that, Davina was seen as an absolute bitch. And what happened was, on the Sunday night of that week, they were meant to split from their partners and meet up with each other and become another couple. But because the man in the situation decided to stick with his wife, because he ended up having relations with that wife of his actual wife, not the one he wanted to be with. He had relations with her because they had a dinner party as well, and he met up with that woman that night, on that night, and kissed that woman. But then that night, the same night he kissed that woman, he also had relations with his actual wife. So like, he had kissed Davina, but then he kissed his and had relations with, and when I say relations, I mean relations with that wife. And his name is Dean, by the way. So Dean had done that to his wife. He was with his wife Tracy, even though he'd kissed and hugged Davina that same night. But then on that Sunday night, he was meant to go off with Davina and leave Tracy, and Davina was meant to leave her husband. And yeah, it didn't happen, because when Davina heard that Dean had relations with Tracy, all bets were off. That's exactly what she said. all bets were off. She didn't want to be with Dean whatsoever and wanted to make it up to her husband. But when her husband heard of the betrayal, he was done like a dinner. He didn't want anything to do with her, and yet he was stuck with her for another week, which was complete BS. And then in the end they decided to leave each other, thank Christ. Now, because of all this and Davina orchestrating this whole fucking thing with Dean and messaging him dirty things and saying things to him through texts and being an absolute, cunt blocker, I should say. But it is. And saying this, it was just bullshit, you know. I thought this whole debacle was over because they had left the show. Because, you know, that Davina and her husband had left and that was just, you know, that happening. I thought everything had gone back to normal, you know. Tracy and Dean had gone back to being, pulling this out and struggling and staying together and now becoming a cute couple, but also, Tracy, what the fuck are you doing? That's how I feel. But I thought it was all over. Everything's happy families, everything's great. No, as I said, she has a YouTube channel now and she's been talking on YouTube, and I just want to find her YouTube channel just to trash her, basically. I think, as I said, she's a slut. She's a bitch. And when Tracy went and talked with her at one point to find out what was going on, Tracy so much wanted Davina to say sorry for all the shit she did. But did Davina want to say sorry? No. All Davina wanted to say sorry was, I'm sorry, I wanted to try and find love. I'm sorry that I broke you and him up. I'm sorry that, you know, all I wanted to do was try true to my heart, and I was trying to find love and try to be true to my heart. And I'm gonna fake cry right here and try and explain that to you, Tracy, but I'm not saying sorry because I'm a bitch. Because that's exactly what went on. She did, and she couldn't say sorry. She couldn't look Tracy in the eye and say sorry. But even when she was confronted with that Tracy says no, like they went back to the dinner table and they still had a fight. Davina wanted to fight in front of everybody. Davina was just more like, no, like, you're still upset with me. And Tracy was like, yes, honey, because you didn't even say sorry to me. And then she's like, oh, sorry. Like it didn't mean anything. Like, she's complete bitch. Don't ever date this woman. This woman is undateable because she will cheat on you and then lie to your face straight up. She has no qualms. She doesn't care. She cares nothing for herself. She is a complete narcissist. And because she's a narcissist, we all know narcissists will lie to your face and they'll care nothing for you but care something for themselves, and they will never say sorry because they hate the word sorry. And so yeah, that's the way it is. I think she's complete whore, slut, horrible person, doesn't care about anything for herself, has no moral fiber, as a complete whore, and I don't like her, and I will keep saying it for the rest. You know, she should have said sorry to Tracy, but she never did. And the one that she did was so insincere, it will turn any hell cold. Like, seriously. This is why I hate this Davina person. She is horrible. You can actually go on the Married at First Sight YouTube channel, international, and it will actually come up and you can go through the videos of the whole debacle. But seriously, like, F off and don't come back. No one likes you, not even your husband that you had in the show. He hates your guts and he pretty much hopes you're happy with Dean. He keeps saying it like he hates Dean at this point in time. He really doesn't want to talk to Dean, and I don't blame him either of what's going on. He didn't even know this was going on behind his back, and then you betray him and you think, you poor guy, you know, poor Ryan. I want to go and hug poor Ryan, you know, but he took it in his stride. He took it like a man and came out with real pearlers to way to burn you as well. And I thought he was fantastic and good on him. Good man, good lad. But seriously, Davina, go find something else to do than being on social media, because you're going to get caned. It doesn't matter what angle we come from, you're going to get caned. You're never gonna have another boyfriend ever again because of we see what you're like. You're an absolute like horrible person. Like what you see on page 3 of a Zoom magazine is pretty much what you get. You get a pretty lady with a horrible core, you know, someone who's an absolute whore, who's an absolute bitch, who is narcissistic, horrible, has no care for anybody but yourself, fake cries when it suits you, and you should go and find another career. Social media is not for you. You know, Instagram model career is over because we just want to sit there and bag you out and how much of a whore you really are. Putting you on YouTube is even worse because, well, I just want to bag the shit out of you. I don't care what you say on YouTube. I don't care how badly you have been, you know, battered, because you were guilty of what you did. You deserve everything you get. You know, if you've got stalkers and things, I think that's a bit too much. But other than that, like, what people yell at you, jeer at you in the street, you know, say to you online, whatever, you deserve it because you did the crime, but you tried to get out of the time bit, and no one was having that, and you're an absolute whore. So, you know, and what you say, you can't say anything to any of the MAFS contestants that are left at the moment. I know you've had bad thoughts towards NASA and Dean, and I don't know why you should be angry at Dean. You orchestrated this whole thing. You started this whole thing. You text Dean and flirted with Dean. You're an absolute whore. We could see that. It is Dean's fault to react back. He could have just repelled back and stayed with Tracy, but he did hang out with you, and we did see that you guys canoodled. They didn't have sex, everyone. They just canoodled. But seriously, but you did it all. It is partially Dean's fault, but you have nothing to say. You're only angry because you didn't get to go with him because he chose Tracy. You're a scorned lover. That's all you are. And I'll leave it at that. I'm glad that Dean didn't pick you because it just shows how much of a whore you are. It's hilarious. You didn't get your just desserts and you didn't get what you wanted, so that's why you're angry, because you didn't get your right here and now. So that's your issue, and that's what you have to deal with. So fuck you, Davina. That's how I feel. I don't know if anyone else is a MAFS person who loves Married at First Sight Australia. If you do, put in the comments below. I also put up a little thing about Davina ages ago, what she said to Dean about not being a people pleaser or trying to please everyone or something like that, she said, and I put up a little what do you call it, a little meme about her. It seemed to have spread, but thank you for people who have put that up. It is pretty funny because, well, Davina is such a fake person. But yeah, I've so many reasons to hate on her, and so does everybody else, and she is just a horrible little upstart that just needs a kick in the head, basically. That's how I feel. So yeah, you deserve everything you get, Davina. You deserve everything you get, you bitch. So anyway, you have had a comment about the whole Davina debacle. Please put that in the comment section below. If you found her YouTube channel, please put that in your comment below, and I can click onto it and I can go and like troll the shit out of her, because she doesn't deserve to say anything. She does not deserve to get a word in. She doesn't deserve anything. She is a spoilt child, and I think she should go, and I reckon she needs to go to another country where people don't know her to get someone now, because too many people know what she's like, and all these other guys just want to hit her and quit her right now, because that's all she's good for, being hitting and quitting. That's all she's good for. She's not good for a relationship. Trust me, guys, she is not. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope to see you next time. And anything I've said today that you want to comment, put in the comment section below. And no, you cannot comment about this because I'm not letting you. I will delete every comment about this, I promise. Anyway, I love you guys. This is The Offensive, where you can be as offensive as you want, or need to be without being offensive at me, because that's just damn rude. But you can be as offensive as you want as Davina. I promise. I love you guys. See you next time. Mwah. Bye. Mwah.